Hola. Grand Rising, Kingdom greetings, great awakening. Welcome, welcome, family. Come on in. We're going to give a few minutes and then we're going to go jump into this topic that was rest in my spirit, in my inner man, my higher self, all of those different things that we are now functioning and operating with because the platform has diversified. So I want to say, welcome to the transitioning table, where we are transitioning every day from one thing to the other, whether it's out of religion to our spirituality, whether it's from being married to being single or being divorced, I should say, from being single to being married, from having children in the house to having the empty nest, from living in one country to now relocating to another country, from living in the city to now living in a rural or country area. Some of us from the islands would say living the island life. But we are always transitioning from one thing to the other, even in the way we think, because with transitioning, it's all about change. And change is inevitable. Change is real. Change is the only thing that is consistent, right? Yes, change is consistent. And I am so grateful for change because change helps us to um, stay focused. Change helps us to constantly live in the now moment, and that's one of the things. Yeah, let me put that said, living in the now. Yes, I gotta make sure we talk about living in the now. So yeah, I want to share a few things with you. As you see, the topic is the reset. And what is it about this reset? you know um I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for life. I am grateful for the air that I breathe. I'm grateful for the fact that I can see, I can talk, I can hear. I'm grateful for my arms that I can still use them, my legs. I'm still walking. I'm grateful for the sunrise. Flesh. We are the real first astronauts in terms of coming into these flesh, into this atmosphere, living, because we say it every time. We are spiritual beings having this human experience. And how do we, as spiritual beings, have this human experience? We need this house, we need this astronaut suit to live in, to dwell in, to be able to function in this realm, in this domain, in this dome called Earth. So without this astronaut suit that was formed and shaped in our mothers, we were not being able to enter this realm, this world, to have the experience that we are experiencing, the encounters that we are encountering. And so that is where we need to be in terms of this great reset that is happening, and has been happening, because this is not the first reset, the second, the third, the fourth. It is continuous because we are in a world without end. And if we're in a world without end, that means that there would always be a reset. There would always be a changing of the guards. There would always be a moving and a shaking and all those good, beautiful things that are transpiring. The thing is how do we see it? How do we see the change? How do we see the transitioning? What type of attitude we have when a transition or a change or a reset is taking place? And so I'm learning so much in this journey. I'm learning so much that is our attitude, our spirit, the way we embrace or repel the reset, the change, will determine how we are going to, what you call it, survive in this journey. you know, because you could have this. For me, I get an attitude of gratitude. I'm just grateful. I'm glad I'm alive. I'm glad I'm on the motherland, in the mothership, I should say. All the other small ships are out there and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not minimizing the other countries and stuff, but this is the mothership. This is the ship that we all was first occupying, and then we spread out throughout. As much as the arguments are out there that we were here first and we were there first and we were the next place first. Yes, we were, because we were the only inhabitants of this earth, because it was given to us. It's a melanated planet. It's a melanated environment. When you look at everything that has been created, it was created for melanated people. That's a fact. That's something we can't not know that it's factual, but it does not say that it does not give space for the other ones that we have created or who came in and saw the enjoyment of what we were enjoying here on the earth, and they come and they want to enjoy the same thing too. You understand? It's just us as melanated people. We give up our powers to other beings that are operating in this earth, so they what you call it? So they take dominion. Dominion that was given to us to occupy, to be fruitful, to multiply, to subdue, and have control. We decide to lay back, sit back with our sweet smile and stuff. Okay, come on in. That's I'm guilty of that. Come on in. We just let people just ride over us and do whatever they want and say whatever they want. And then when they do it, we get angry. So we now operate in this place of anger and fear, a negative energy that is feeding them to continue to do the things that they are doing to us. So once again, welcome to the transitioning table, and I am elated, I'm excited, I'm grateful to be here, to be able to share the downloads that I get. And there's been just so much changes that are transpiring, and I just want to come and share briefly the reset. And the reset as it was given to me. There may be other people that have their points and opinions. We all have a piece of the pie. You're from the beginning, I'll be telling you, it's a big jigsaw puzzle. Just in them, when we were kids, when you're 5 and 6, they give you a 15-piece or 5-piece jigsaw puzzle. Then you elevate it to a 15-piece jigsaw puzzle. And then as a teenager, you start doing the 50-piece jigsaw puzzle to a 100-piece. No, this jigsaw puzzle is a billion pieces of jigsaw puzzle that is all scattered all over the place. So, yes, we occupied this earth first. And so we're in another reset that is transpiring and taking place. Christianity told us it's all about the rapture. So we were waiting to die, waiting for JC to come back to and be caught up in the sky with him, and then the purging of the earth would take place, and he wouldn't destroy by water no more, be destroyed by fire and all that different stuff. That's what we were originally waiting for. But the more you go down the rabbit hole, the more you research, the more you study, the more you get out of somebody else telling you their opinion, and you sit in meditation and you ask the Most High, speak to me. I am no better than you. You are no better than me. We all are connected to the divine creator. We all have this ability to sit still and hear the downloads. Yes, you see my ear now. I get this, my ninth ether. Yes, I'm getting those downloads. My antenna, they are up and they're sticking out there, and they're just listening for downloads that are happening in the realms of the spirit. You understand that telepathically, I can talk about telepathically, conversation also, it comes to us. When we were in the church, we say, "Oh, the spirit say." I hear the spirit say. Yes, but we just got to be careful of which spirit that we are tuning in, which you understand where our information is coming from at this juncture, because we now know better, and to know better is to do better, right? Yeah. So y'all know me. I just get excited and I start sharing all kind of information here, there, and everywhere. But there's a method to my excitement, my sharing. So bear with me once again as I share. So reset, and I'm going to use one of their actually two of their scriptures I want to use with you. Two. The first one is, I'm going to Isaiah. The first one is going to go to Isaiah chapter 60. Bear with me. Bear with me, please. So it says, arise, shine, for thy light, your light, my light, is come, and the glory of the Most High is risen upon thee, right? For behold, the darkness shall, not might, the darkness shall cover the earth, and the gross darkness the people. But the Most High, the divine creator, shall arise upon thee, you, me, and his glory shall be seen upon us. Right? That is Isaiah chapter 60, verse 1 and 2. So I want you to understand that same part where they said, behold, the darkness shall cover the earth. Now, let's go to, I want to go to Genesis. Genesis chapter 1. Right? Let's go. Genesis chapter 1. Bear with me, because I want to deal with this reset. So Genesis chapter 1, verses 1 and 2. It says, in the beginning, the Most High, the divine creator of the heavens and the earth, of the cosmos, of the earth, of the universe, the creator of this, of all of this. And the earth, this mass of land that we are on, was without form and void. And darkness, go back to what Isaiah chapter 60 says, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, which is the earth. And the Spirit, the Most High, the divine creator, move upon the face of the waters, meaning when you think about the depths of the sea. How dark is the depths of the sea? If they go down into the depths of the sea with no light, they will not be able to see. Any which way. And he said, the Most High, the divine creator said, let there be what? Light, and there was light. Meaning that the darkness was here. I know, follow me, please. Follow me. Bear with me. The darkness was here, but the divine creator decided, guess what? Let me do a reset. So that means this, it didn't have no shape. It was without shape. It was void. That means it was what it was void of. It was void of life, habitation, animals, trees, people. It just was space. It was just nothingness. So he decided, or the divine creator decided, let me reset this place and put it in order. So that's when now, what do you use? Spoken word. But my question is there. Who was there in the beginning to say this is how things happen? So he had to divinely download this insight or this word to say that this is what happened. This is how I gave the inheritance of this earth to a set of people. And I don't think he spoke with an audible voice like how I'm speaking to you right now. I think it was telepathically downloading, like how we say, wow, that thought just came down inside of me. I wasn't even thinking that, and then it just came. And then you start writing. So the person was sitting there, then start writing. That's Charmaine's download information. Okay? You don't have to take my word. I don't know how he speaks to you. The Most High speaks to you, the divine, give you the downloads. That he might talk to you in audible voices. Sometimes mine don't come in audible voices in terms of exterior air, but the audible voices, the interior. He's speaking to me, the inner man, not the flesh woman, not this flesh, but the inner being inside this body, this astronaut suit, this human suit, called flesh. And so here it is now, Genesis, the earth was without form and void. There was a emptiness. And so here comes a reset. So he starts speaking things into being and stuff like that. And we refuse to acknowledge. We have the same power. Greetings, greetings, my king brother. Good to have you. We fail to acknowledge because the church religion has dumbed us down to just believing that we just have to believe and roll over and just do lay hands and all this stuff. They have not taught us the power of our words. When we speak things, our words will not return unto us void without going out and accomplishing, because we have this power that has been given to us, that we are one with the divine creator. And so because he is ours and we are his, he is ours and we are his. Ubuntu, I am because the divine is. I am because the divine is. I'm not only I am because you are, because I am because you are, we are because the divine is. I hope I'm making some sense to somebody today. Anyhow, and so because of that, we have this power to speak things into being. We have this power to stop stuff from happening. We have this power in us, in this earthen vessel. If I use, for an example, okay, the Congos call him, those in the Bantu Awakening call him Isaiah Congo. Those of us in Hebrew call him, Yeshua HaMashiach. Those in Christianity call him Jesus. He said, greater powers you will have. And so some things, let me tell you something, some things I've been experiencing and recognizing when I study that path and of Yeshua HaMashiach, JC, or Isaiah Congo, or so Nini Nanini, Kuswa Congo, whatever name you choose. Because right now I'm off the judgment seat. Everybody have their own spiritual journey that they have to take. So we should not judge anyone where they're at. I stopped judging Christians. I stopped judging Muslims. I stopped judging Hindu. I stopped judging the naturalists or whatever the people is. The people do the nature. I come off of that throne. I grew up with that judgmental mentality. If you ain't Christian, you ain't saying nothing. Coming into the spirituality is a whole totally different thing, because you see everyone for where they are at and the journey that they are on. And you respect them there until their time has come and allotted to them to go to the next level. It's like me judging a first grader and telling a first grader they need to be in 12th grade with me or in university with me when they are on their journey. They just beginning their journey in first grade. They got to go first grade, second grade, third, fourth, until they finish there and get to, and then you have some exceptional children who go from first grade to third grade, from third grade to sixth grade. They skip some classes because they learn very quickly. Some people learn very quickly and they will be able to jump. It is social promotion, but it's just the fact that they get the download so quickly, they don't have to stay with their peers or people who started off with them. And that's how some of us are on this journey. Yes, some people started off with us, but we don't have to stay there where they're at and feel obligated because, we came on this spiritual journey together, so let's lock hands. And no, you may be more advanced. You may be getting greater downloads. So you have to be okay with leaving some people behind and moving forward. I don't advocate for separations of marriage. People say, well, who the Most High joined together, let no man put asunder. I married my husband when I was out there in Christianity. I married my wife when I was in Christianity. Now I don't want to know because she ain't understanding my awakening. Well, listen, it's a process to this. You didn't get to your awakening overnight. Sometimes we have to grin and bear and encourage and live the life in front of our spouses, not condemning them and judging them, but living that life in front of them that they would want to live, or they want to study, or they want to research what it is where we are at. But if we judging them, and let me tell you something, I was guilty of it. If we still judging them because they still saying JC and they still, you understand me? It say Yahusha Mashiach or wherever your spouse is, leave them, but be an encouragement to them. Be the light. Let's get back to this the reset. Okay. So the reset, the first reset we talk about in Genesis chapter 1. Genesis chapter 1 was a reset. The earth was without form and void, and all this different stuff is going on. This is a world without end. That means it is continuous. Then, okay, hold on. Even before Isaiah, think about the story they give us with Noah. So when the story with Noah happened, there was again a reset. That was a reset. They said everybody was destroyed. But to me, I beg to differ. But anyhow, that's a story for another day. But even if everybody was destroyed, Noah and his family, his sons and their wives, they were able to replenish, subdue, have dominion, and replenish the earth. So the earth there again was a reset with, let's say, a reset with Noah. That was a reset. They started what? With a community. That's my first point in a reset. But let's go back to Isaiah chapter 60. This is the third now. We're going into another reset now with Isaiah 60. He said, rise, shine, for your light is come. Your light is now. You are awoke. You are a light. Live the life in front of people. They want to know that there is hope. In all the hopelessness, all the despair, all the earthquakes, all the hurricanes, all the tsunamis, all the typhoons, all the volcano eruptions, all the fire. They want to know, people want to know that there is hope. And if you supposed to be awoke and you are still negative, you're still judging people, you're still condemning people, how am I supposed to find hope in you? How? When I'm listening to you talk and you still, let me tell you, you're still operating from trauma. Me and Mama Nichelle was talking about that. You're still operating from trauma. You're still operating from fight or flight. You're still operating from fear that the world will shut down. The system will shut down with you in it. Listen, even if the system shut down, nothing they could do with you. If you have frame of mind, your trend of thought, if you know who you are, truly know who you are and understand the cycle of life, pay attention to historically how the cycle of life occurs. This world does not have an end. Think about all the previous empires, even if you hear simply here in Kenya. All okay, the area I'm staying in right now, right, was considered an Italian stronghold. No, first it was the Portuguese, right? That's one set of people. Then it was the Arabs. That's another set of people. Then you got the French and the Italians. Now you still got a little bit of the Arabs here. You still got them here. You still got some of the Italians here. You still got what they call the Swahilis here. You still have the Kenyans and the different tribes, the Michikendas and their various tribes here. Now here comes me, Bahamas here, America here, Jamaica here. It's a world without end, but there's always a resetting taking place. There's always a rise and a fall of empires. So there's always a rise and fall of systems. That's all. The resets is always about rise and falls of systems. Don't be afraid. If the bank decides to shut down and crash with everything you have inside of it, the most important thing is your frame of mind. Are you going to die because your $1 million has gone, your £1,000,000 has gone, your $1,000,000 shillings has gone, your $1,000,000 yang has gone, your $1,000,000 Bahamian dollars or TT dollars or Bayesian dollars has gone? Condition yourself. So this now, Isaiah 60, what it says, arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory. So you got to be in the position Whereas, no matter what comes, you are mentally, first and foremost, spiritually alert, paying attention to the signs and stuff that is happening. So you have to be spiritually alert. You are mentally fortified in your thinking, and you are getting yourself physically fit for the journey that is ahead. So one of the things, the first thing I want to talk about in the reset is community. In the reset, you must have a community that you're connected with, a network of people that you know that at the end of the day, there's a battle system in place, or y'all are developing a battle system that you will be able to eat. If that much, you're going to be able to eat, or you're going to be able to have shelter, safe haven where the community will be able to look out for each other. Are you connected to a community? Whereas if you have to leave where you are at right now, what's the community that you are connected to that you can get to as quickly as you can get to, or you know the directions you're working your way towards getting to get to that community? It may take you a week to get to that community, depending on the route that you have to take. But you're able to get to that community. That's the number one thing in this reset. You must have a community. I kid you not. You must have a community. The next thing in terms of this reset, you must have a change of eating habits. One of the things that me, myself right now, is getting in the habit of, and it's not a habit whereas I want to become so familiarized with it, or it doesn't has, it's also spiritual empowerment connection, is being able to discipline yourself to go without food for at least the minimum 3 days. You can survive 3 days with no food and no water. You could survive. You would live. You will not die 3 days without food and water. I mean, you could go even up to 40 days without food and water, but that's extreme. You understand? But you could go at least 3 days without food and water. You have to start disciplining yourself and stuff like that. Okay, that's fine. I'm just here to deliver a message. How you use it is up to you. It's not, I'm just helping. I'm just here to help. So first, community in this reset is about community, establishing a community of people, a network of people that are like-minded or heading in the same kind of direction, that are believing the core things of what you believe, or to get you ahead and stuff like that. That's the kind of community you need, that we all in this together. If there's only one slice of bread and it's 10 of us, we will cut that one slice of bread into 10 squares, and everybody get a piece in their mouth. If there's 1 cup of water and there's 10 of us, we all just get a sip to wet our lips. That's a core community. That's a community whereas we in this together. There's no this my water, this my bread, or you're hiding something in the corner because you don't want nobody else know you got 1 apple or 1 orange. Your community whereas you could build a community whereas you could start farming and learning how to feed yourself. A community whereas you start a barter system. Somebody's growing bananas, somebody's growing oranges, somebody's growing watermelon, somebody's growing cucumbers, somebody's growing tomatoes, somebody's growing onions, and we share. Nobody's hoarding to themselves. That's community. Change of eating habit. I know a lot of us have been so addicted and accustomed to having the meat all the time on our plate. Try to see if you can cut the meat eating down to 2 days out of the week, and then try and advance it to 1 day out of the week, and then try and advance it to 1 day out of the month. That would help you tremendously in this reset. It will help you tremendously, changing your eating habit. You'll find yourself having more energy than you've ever had before. You find yourself being able to do things that you never thought you would be able to. You start finding yourself. Literally, I did a video on using your natural gifts spiritually, seeing not just with your physical eyes, but seeing in the realms of the spirit. Hearing not only just with your physical ears, but hearing in the realms of the spirit. So that's another thing in terms of reset in the community. Reset. The next thing is a change of mind, our mindset, the way we think, the way we rationalize things, the way we were trained and programmed, because a lot of us still have that Stockholm syndrome. We still think with a religious mindset. We still do. We still speak with a religious mindset. We're not completely and totally severed those biblical cords. There's still some level of connection because we've been in it so long. So, but we could make the adjustments with our mindset, because even the very scripture, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So that renewing of our mind is a daily process. It's a daily process that we renew our mind. We change our thinking. We change the way we see things. We change the way we do things. You understand? That's because now we got to go from me, myself, and I, the fight or flight mode, that independent mode, to now community mode. The self or flight, the independent mode is when you're by yourself. But we're talking about a reset, whereas now we're coming into a community. So if you're still coming into a community with a selfish mindset, then you need to stay to yourself and not be a part of a community. Because community is all about selflessness and not selfishness. Being an asset to the community and not a liability. That's a community mindset. So that's a changing of mind and the way you see things, and getting out of that judgmental mindset, always judging people based on your past experience. Your past is where it is, in the past. But if you live in the now and accept people where they are right now, that's a change of mind. Oh, I see the spirit that is attached to this person, or I saw how this person operate. That was then. Change of mind is necessary in a community. Change of way of thinking in a selfish mode, in a fight or flight mode, or what is upon us, it ain't what is coming, it's what is upon us. Every nation, there is not going to be one nation that's not going to be by this reset. It is going to be global. Just like how they tell us about the flood was global. Genesis chapter 1 tells us the whole earth was without shape and void. It is global, inevitable. In order for us to get to that place with oneness with the Most High, it has to affect reality. That's why the elites are fighting against it. They are fighting so hard to keep the reset from happening. So they're keeping other people, I can't say me, they're keeping you in that fight or flight, in that fearful mode, still doing the August harnessing and the children's this and the gate doing this, and he here and he there and he the next place and he the next place and all this different stuff. You understand? The children, the human, all these different things is to keep you in a fight and flight, or keep you in a what you call that thing? Fear mode. It's a fear mongering thing that is happening, because those that have that change of mind and really operating in their spiritual gifts and stuff like that, trust you me, what's happening around you, you are in this world, but you're not of this world kind of mindset, which you need to have. Like, yeah, I see it happening. We can acknowledge it happening, but guess what? It shall not come nigh your dwelling. It should not be your portion. It's not your portion. Your change, your mindset is, I'm not drawing this to me. I'm not calling it to me. I can acknowledge it over there. Yes, that's happening in America. Yes, that's happening in the Bahamas. Yes, that's happening in Jamaica, but that's not happening in Charmaine's house. It may even be happening in the Malindi, but it's still not happening in Charmaine's house. You see? Mindset. We change our mindset. The other thing is the ability to relearn how to speak telepathically, how to be able to transmit information to someone without having to call them on the telephone, on WhatsApp, or send them an email. How to that gift, that was the original part of who we are. We did not speak words. We just knew what one another was saying. We could read what they say. People say, I read the energy in the room, read the mood in the room, read the expression on a person's face, not by what they're saying. Sometimes people be saying things out of their mouth, but if you look, it's totally different from what's coming out of their mouth. So we relearn how to speak telepathically. That's another part of the reset, our maze of communication. And last but not least is living in the now. And living in the now is about operating in that moment. What is the most, you know, that there's a scripture that says, give us this day our daily bread, what we need for today. Remember when the children of Israel was coming out of Egypt, according to the story they gave us, and they were fed what? Mammon? Supernatural food. And so at one point they decided they was going to hoard. They was going to take more than what they needed. And what happened? Yeah, I mean, if you really go check the story out again, they paid a serious price for not living in the moment, give me this day my daily bread, what you need for today. Not tomorrow, not day after tomorrow, not next week or next year. That's what's caused the elites the way they are right now. They hoarded everything. They created a system, whereas you understand. So learning how to live in the now, in the moment, living right now for today, getting your daily bread for today, helping someone today. You could help someone today and you say, oh, I can wait till next month, or I'll wait till next week, or I'll wait till next year. And you can help them today. You can help them right now. You don't know what tomorrow may bring. You not helping them today may be the detriment of them tomorrow. Today, actually, not even tomorrow, today. But how you know you're gonna live to see tomorrow? How we know we gonna live to see next week? Yeah, because I tell myself, I will myself to live to see tomorrow. I don't speak into existence. I will live and not die, and I would live with long life, and I'll be satisfied with long life. How many other people spoke those same things? So we have to learn how to live in the moment, live in the now. I think it was Isaiah 43 or somewhere around there. I will do a new thing. Have you seen this? Spring forth now, like right now, like living in the now, in this very moment that we are even occupying the same space right here. Thank you so much for joining this live. Thank you for listening into what I have to say. You understand? Because this is all about the reset. Like I said, Genesis chapter 1 talks about a reset. We see it as the beginning of this world. That's not the beginning of this world. That was a reset. Go deeper. You'll find out that Genesis 1, according to how they tell us, the story was not the beginning. It was a reset. Here comes Noah, the story with Noah. That was a reset. Here comes now Isaiah chapter 60. That's a reset. So now here comes 2024. We had the, 2019, going to 2020. We had the pandemic. That's a reset. So now with this reset comes what? Community, 1. Change of eating habits, 2. Change of mindsets, 3. Relearning how to communicate, speak telepathically, and 4. And number 5, living in the now. And that's how you would be able to function in this reset that is taking place and transpire. And let me tell you something, you would love yourself for it. My beautiful Empress sister, Soraya, good to have you. You know, that's how you would learn how to survive. Remember, I said, but disciplining and learning, what you call it, changing our eating habits. All of this is about discipline, putting our flesh under subjection, putting our emotions under subjection, learning how to realign ourselves with our higher self, with the divine creator, being connected back to where we came from. Because remember, even I could tell you, when I first came into this awakening, yes, I wanted it to take the Bible and burn it and throw it away and all this different stuff. All those mixed emotions that came with knowing the lies that they told us and the things that they imprint inside there that wasn't. But now I've learned, and I'm learning, because I'm still in my learning process. I'm learning, unlearning, and relearning. You're my favorite thing. Learn, unlearn, and relearn. To use the Bible as an instrument, as our reference book, principles that we can live by to restructure our life, because a lot of people, that's what they know. They know the Bible, they know the Quran. So if you can use what they know, the information that they know, to draw an illustration to bring them to the place where they need to be, then that's what we have to do. We got to use wisdom now. Wisdom is what? The principal thing. So that's what we have to do. Because remember, even when, who it was, you say, you call you a God, but even your scripture tells you, say, ye are gods. We are gods. But we don't want to acknowledge it, because Bible say, a humble child taste the grace of God. And then he tell us, turn around and say, be bold, be vigilant like a roaring lion. You are more than a conqueror. Teach my hands how to war, all these different things. But we still want to be gentle, Jesus, meek man. Oh, I said, no, vengeance is the most high. You slap me on the right, I can slap you back on the right and the left. I can knock you out. I can send you back to the divine creator. We got to use wisdom. Right? So the reset is a continuous thing. This is, like I said, we are a world without end. This is not a one and done thing that has happened and transpired over the years, over the millennials, over the, that's why the archaeologists and them could go back and find fossils and all these different things, hundreds of years old, or thousands of years old, or millions of years old. We say, that ain't true. That can't be. If we serve the divine source that is without end, nobody knows the beginning or the end of where the source came from, who the source is. They don't even know whether the source is male or female. They put male and female. We say Father, because why? Man teaches us Father. That's what man teaches. Man teaches Father. I guilty. I say, our Father, my Father, my Father. But what about my mother, whose womb I was in? It took the entrance into this world was through the womb of a woman. Why would the divine creator? I want you to make somebody help me make sense of this, right? Genesis chapter 1 say he take man, put him to sleep, take the ribs out of man, put it, and then create a woman. And then after he do that one time, he decided, no, I don't want to take woman out of man no more. I can reverse it, and I give woman the womb, and I can let the womb let everything else come from this point on, or a woman. Something to think about. Something to think about. Huh? Anyway, these are just to tell you how much thinking and how much meditating I do. I do a whole lot of thinking and meditating more than I come on here and record, because if I come and share with you all of the divine downloads, you'll be like, hey, this woman, her mind is being, yes, my mind is being dimensions and realms. This 3D, this dense level, I hear because I live here in this astronaut suit. But this here, this inner, this the spirit that you cannot see, but you're hearing the voice protruding through this body, thinks at a whole different level, realm, dimension. Because now I'm understanding, not even understanding, I'm understanding that there's so much more to me, there's so much more to you than this physical body. So there's a reset going on in our minds. There's a reset going on, whereas he's going to put us in communities. And that's one of the reasons why I think the Most High has allowed me to be here in Kenya to build a community. And that's something else I think I may have to do a separate video on in terms of community building and being able to access a community that you can be a part of. You understand? Because that's what we need. You need today or tomorrow. If they say all the airports are closed down, there's no ships going nowhere, you need to still know how you could maneuver and make your way to your community. Because do you know that you could travel all the way from Russia in the north without on land, I'm talking about on land, and come all the way down to Africa and all the way down to South Africa if you need to be on land. Not having to fly on land, but you got to know how to navigate yourself. If you have to find your community in Africa, you might have your community in America. You might have your community in the UK. You may have your community. I don't know where you have your community. But this reset is requiring that we have a community. It's requiring. The reset that is transpiring is requiring we develop a barter system. So when the fiat system is no longer in place. So I encourage you to invest. Invest in a piece. I tell people land is wealth. Land is wealth. If you have not even as much as get yourself even a plot of 50 by 100, I would encourage you to look into it. Get yourself something that at the end of the day, it's a part of a community. If you're not even sowed a seed into a community, I said, no, any community that is going on, that is developing, that is building, attach yourself to a community, whereas at the end of the day, you have a safe haven, you will have food to eat, you have shelter over your head, you have people looking out for you. I'm telling you, being a part of a community, eating practice, start weaning yourself off of dairy products. If you're still stuck on that butter, the butters just give that flavor. If you're still stuck on milk, if you're still stuck on these dairy products, ice cream and all that stuff, you are slowing yourself down. You are still contributing to your health insufficiencies, deficiencies, your health disease. If you still gotta have meat 3 times a day, you gotta have bacon and eggs in the morning, whether it's turkey bacon or pork bacon in the morning, then you have to have a hamburger or a piece of chicken for lunch, and then you still come home in the nighttime and then you still have a piece of steak, or you still have if you're eating meat 3 times a day all day, every day, 7 days out of the week, you're adding to your issues, health issues. That's why I just say, start from trying to cut back. Even though, okay, if you have meat 3 times a day, try have it once a day. If you have it once a day, try have it twice a week. If you have it twice a week, try just have it once a week. If you have it once a week, every week, try and see if you can cut it down to twice a month. And then from twice a month to once a month. And then you could go sometimes you go a month or 2 months. But let me tell you something. I learned how to use eggplants as meat. I learned how to, I'm just saying in terms of how delicious vegetables has become to me now and how many different ways I've learned to cook vegetables. I'm not saying I'm off meat completely, but I'm just telling you my journey, at the same time helping you in terms of changing your eating habits. You want jump start your metabolism and getting rid of some excess fat? Fast completely. I talk about total dry fast for 1 day, just 1 day. Because some of you wouldn't be able to do it for 2 days or 3 days. 1 day. Say this day, and it could be a day you don't have to go out of the house. This day, I'm not going to eat anything. And I'm talking about get up 4 o'clock in the morning, hurry up, eat as much as you could eat, and then say from 6 o'clock to I'm not going to eat. No, I'm talking about from midnight to midnight. I'm not going to eat anything. You could jumpstart your metabolism. And you're not doing it just to burn the fat, but you're also doing it for your spiritual journey. Because now I realize with this, you start seeing your gifts come alive. You start being able to see energy and motion. You start beginning to see auras. You start beginning to see people face shift and stuff like that. You're starting to see the glitches that is happening in the matrix. You start to see beyond this blue sky that they give you and start seeing the dome. This is how powerful making these sacrifices is. You start seeing parallel worlds right among you. I sharing you all some stuff. I hope you all hearing me. You understand? This is what making those sacrifices does for you. It really turns who you are as a being, as not this flesh, who you are in this carcass, in this thing. It's marvelous. But you got to make the sacrifice to want to tap in. But then some people don't want to see that too. You just enjoy life. Let me don't force that on you. Just enjoy life. Enjoy life. Don't worry about what this woman's saying. You don't want to see people for who they really are. You don't want to see their energy. You don't want to see, you don't want to see beyond that flesh. You're just happy seeing that flesh, and that's it. And then, like I said, we're learning learning how to talk, to speak to one another telepathically. Like the other day, I said to myself, I just, not even with words, I didn't even speak words out of my mouth. I just thought I need to speak to this particular person. I said, call me today, please. That's what I said inwardly. I didn't open up. I didn't do a verbal calling of the person name. I just did it telepathically without words. And that same that day, that afternoon my time, but morning time, their time, they called me. I just smile. I say, you tune in. That's all I can say is you tune in. She said, why? What happened? I said, girl, I spoke to you in the realm of the spirit. I did it telepathically. I said, call me, please, when you get in, and here you are. She said, wow. She said, I couldn't get up fast enough this morning to call you because I just wanted to share something with you. I was like, wow, you see? So it really works. So we're relearning how to telepathically speak to people. But the thing is this too. It ain't just anybody. Some people got to be operating on that frequency that you're on. It's like you trying to listen to 99.9, but you got the radio set to 103. You're not going to be able to listen to 99.9 if you have the radio to 103. It has to be 99.9, 99.9. And sometimes it could be 99.8 or 7, but there'll be a little bit of static inside there. But when it's really on the same frequency, clear communication. Clear communication. So family, I love you all. I thank all of you for tuning in and listening in. If you came in late, please go back and listen to the beginning of this live. I believe that there's something inside here for everyone on this journey and a part of this reset. Like I said in the beginning, when I first started this video, I started with Isaiah chapter 60, talking about arise and shine, for your light is come. And the darkness and the gross darkness that is upon the land and the gross darkness on the people, which is a reset. I talk about Genesis chapter 1 in terms of the darkness and the gross darkness that was on the earth. That was a reset. And guess what? We are now in a reset. So take care of yourself. Let us live life on purpose, by purpose, with purpose, for purpose. Let us know thyself. Because why? This journey, it doesn't end. We transition from life to life. Let that sink in. This carcass may have to go back to the earth, but us, we don't die. We go from life to life. So take care of yourself, family. Until next time, and in between time, know this: I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Take care of yourselves.